interested, not interested, not interested.
She wants a ready-made man. What does it mean in the Grimes framework when I say that women want ready-made men? What do I mean by that statement? A lot of people are thinking that a man must be ready-made if he is to get the desired woman of his league. And the idea is facts that if you don't have things in order, if you do not have a house, if you do not have your resources and your stuff in order, you are not going to get the kind of woman that you desire. Let's state it facts that a woman is not going to date a man who is below her social status or is below her social standing. Take a look at these videos here. I'm putting up a lot of videos in which I'm showing people in the pickup artist community and people who are putting out these gold digging videos, which I find are rather stupid, by the way. But I could only show you the facts. These men are succeeding with women only and only when they show that they have resources. If they do not show that they have resources, or if the woman in question that they are talking with cannot see desire, cannot see money, she cannot see that the fact that this man probably has money, it's a very unlikely chance that she's going to talk with him or date him. This is the problem that most men experience. A woman wants the full package man. The guy always has to be the top of his game, the best of what he does at all times. There can be no mistakes, there can be no shortages. He must have the resources on point and on display for her to see. If he doesn't, then he is going to be friend zoned. This is a problem that most men experience today. Now you may be feeling bad about this fact, but there's some good news. Men get better as they age. Now, in a study by theatlantic.com, now this is a site, this is more of a liberal site, progressive, but this site shows a lot of facts that go on in the dating scene in the United States. In the Atlantic, the study shows a certain fact. It shows and it proves my hypotheses of the Grimes framework that a woman does want a ready-made man. And the way a man becomes ready-made is by having a lot of money. And how does he get a lot of money? Well, it takes time. It takes time for a man to make that kind of money. So a man is going to be the most desirable as he gets older. So in the study by the Atlantic, as it's in the screen in front of me, it's showing some basic things. It's showing in this study, here are 7 other non-entirely happy takeaways from the Birch study. In the study, men's desirability peaks at age 50, but a woman's desirability starts high at the age of 18 and falls throughout their lifespan. How does age affect online dating desirability among heterosexual men and women? Well, let's take a look. The article shows a curve in which it's basically showing a graph and the age, the X and Y axis. And this legend shows the different states in which this whole study is conducted. It's showing over time that women's desirability drops. Conversely, a man's desirability from the age of 20 goes all the way up, and it seems like it peaks at the age of 50. I'm reading the study. I mean, everyone knows, as a sociologist, it's been shown the older women have a harder time in the dating market. but I hadn't expected to see their desirability drop from the time that they were 18 to the time that they were 65, Birch told me. But I was surprised to see how flat men's desirability was over the age distribution curve, she said. For men, it peaks around the age of 40 or 50, especially in the state of New York. New York is a man's market, at least according to this particular study. It's not just older men are considered more desirable in New York. New York is a special case for men, Birch told me. It's a market with the highest fraction of women. This means that there are a lot of women in demand, meaning a lot of women are concentrated in New York. But it also is about being an incredibly dense market. And I'll give you an example of what this study is showing. This study, I don't need to read longer to make my point. The study is basically stating that men, as a man gets older, he gets more money, becomes more desirable. The fact that they're adding in New York is only just to spruce up the study. This study is worldwide, baby. This is facts. Worldwide. It's just in New York, I could explain the fact that a man's desirability peaks. Because New York is so dense. It's so dense with women. You see, a woman loves comfort. A woman loves to be comforted. She loves security. So a place like New York, she will go. And there's such a small amount of men compared to women in these cities because these women love comfort. I'm not trying to be biased, but they're not fans of the farm life too much. They don't like to rough it out as much as guys. Let's be real here. So a place like New York, they will do very well. And they see the men that they want. So it's jam-packed in New York. New York is jam-packed with a lot of women. And as a result, they are able to find that men there are a lot of men, and the men that they're going after are the older guys. These are the older men that they want because these men are ready-made men. So, what does this mean for us Goldpill brothers? Us grind frame workers, as it says. It simply means that as a man, you need to have your you know what in order. It doesn't matter how many ads that you run, searching for models, linking them up with jobs and hoping that interaction, which obviously will lead to more results with women over time, that is important. But what comes down to it is that you must ensure that you yourself are ready-made, that you have money, you look good, you have status in some way, you're continually working on yourself. You got to be that package because you're going to use my framework and yeah, you'll do well. You'll do well. Again, this framework is designed for all extremes, designed to combat boyfriend buster, racial differences, all kinds of stuff. But if you want to be successful with this thing, brothers, if you want to make this thing a reality, to be always dating, again, I'm a guy about money. If you want to make this thing a reality, guys, you got to be a ready-made man. You got to be the full package. So again, guys, like my content, subscribe, and please ensure that you bang that bell, guys, so that you could see updates when I release a next video. Book's coming out soon, so thanks a lot, guys, and peace.